Welcome back, focused learners. Today, we're tackling something huge. We're cracking open one of the most notoriously competitive academic hurdles out there for young students, the 11+ entrance exam. Okay, let's dive into this explainer and take a really structured walkthrough of how Applaa.com actually equips students to tackle this massive challenge head-on. Seriously, take a second and imagine the reality of preparing for this exam. You're dealing with an 11-year-old student, right? And they're facing down high-stakes testing, often covering material they've literally never seen in their standard school curriculum. It is incredibly easy for both the parent and the student to feel, well, completely overwhelmed. I mean, where do you even begin? That's the exact problem we're going to solve today by looking at a crystal clear digital roadmap. Here's our agenda for today. First, we'll navigate the Learning Academy. Second, we'll look at your specific 11+ entrance path. Third, we'll break down the 4 core subjects. And finally, number 4, we'll step right inside the mock test.
Section 1. Navigating the Learning Academy. Let's get the lay of the land.
When you open your dashboard on Applaa, you aren't just looking at a single textbook. No, you're looking at an entire educational ecosystem. You've got a handy left-hand navigation menu for quick links, but the center stage, that is dedicated to all exam paths. It's a remarkably clean setup, really designed to give you immediate access to your specific learning goals without any fuss. Just look at the sheer diversity of learning paths available here. We're talking everything from 11+ entrance for grammar and prep schools to GCSEs, A-levels, Olympiad competitions, brain training, and even highly specialized professional exams. But notice how neatly they're all categorized. The platform handles a massive amount of academic data, but it structures it perfectly, so you absolutely avoid any of that visual overwhelm. Section 2. Your 11+ entrance path. Now, what's really interesting is how the dashboard instantly isolates the 11+ environment the second you select it. There is a bold green banner that explicitly says, Your Exam Path, Year 3, 11+ Entrance Academy. Boom. The noise of all those other subjects just falls away, and the student is placed squarely in their dedicated prep zone, complete with all the quick access buttons they need. Right beneath that green banner is a very specific, very important number. 6. As in 6 lessons done right alongside 5 practice cues. Now, why does this matter so much? Well, clear progress tracking provides immediate, tangible feedback. For an 11-year-old, seeing these numbers tick up turns abstract studying into a concrete achievement. It's like leveling up in a game. It shows both the student and the parents exactly where they stand and really validates all their hard work. Section 3. The 4 core subjects. Let's see what these students are actually studying. Breaking down the numbers really grounds the abstract exam into concrete data. The 11+ rests on 4 main pillars: verbal reasoning, nonverbal reasoning, mathematics, and English. But look at those strict constraints. We're talking 50 minutes to decode 40 complex patterns and matrices in the reasoning subjects, and 60 minutes for 30 to 40 questions in maths and English. That is roughly a minute per question. The pressure is absolutely real. And the platform translates that exact data perfectly. Notice the incredibly clean organization. Each of the 4 core subjects is color-coded. You've got purple for verbal, orange for nonverbal, blue for maths, and green for English. By structuring it this way, Applaa takes a deeply daunting set of subjects and actually makes them feel entirely manageable. So the crucial point here is exactly how these subjects are defined for the student. Take nonverbal reasoning, for example. It's often so misunderstood, but the platform clarifies it immediately in the subtext. Shape patterns, matrices, spatial reasoning. There is zero guesswork here, just absolute clarity on what skills are actually being targeted. It's also really worth pointing out the subtle differences in the platform's timing and question counts. The reasoning subjects demand slightly faster processing speeds, right? 40 questions in just 50 minutes. That's compared to the more traditional academic subjects of maths and English, which give you a full hour. The system clearly sets these expectations up front, way before a student even clicks practice. Section 4, inside the mock test. Okay, it's time for the main event. The mental process for the student jumping into this is straightforward but absolutely critical. Step 1, choose your subject pillar. Step 2, bypass the standard practice and click the mock test button. And step 3, navigate the timed digital environment. Let's look at exactly what they're up against. The live mock test interface brilliantly illustrates the pressure of the real thing. Now, the very first thing your eye is drawn to isn't actually the question itself, it's the top right corner. The timer is ticking down, 1902, The sterile, distraction-free interface forces absolute, complete concentration on the puzzle at hand. Let's really immerse ourselves in the actual student experience for a second. The question reads, look at the 2x2 matrix. Top left, a right-pointing arrow made of 3 stacked horizontal lines, all solid. Top right, a right-pointing arrow, the middle one, dashed. It then gives the bottom left as a left-pointing solid arrow and asks, what completes the bottom right cell? The interface presents these incredibly nuanced multiple-choice options with perfect clarity. The student has to find the logical relationship here. Think about it. If the top row changes from solid lines to a dashed middle line, the bottom row has to do the exact same thing. Therefore, the left-pointing solid arrow must become a left-pointing arrow with a dashed middle line. And that logical leap leads us directly to option C. So why does all this visual structure actually matter? Because exam anxiety almost always stems from the unknown. By providing a step-by-step digital architecture, from a clean dashboard to isolated subjects to an exact replica of the timed test environment, the platform systematically removes that fear of the unknown. Which leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought experiment. When all the distractions are stripped away, and it's just you, the matrix puzzle, and that timer ticking down in the corner, how would you fare against the 11+ exam today? Structured practice isn't just about learning the answers. It's about mastering the environment. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep learning.